this one. Now topography means what, I will explain in this PPT. You see here, topography optimization is advanced form of shape optimization. Advanced form of shape optimization means, see here, uh, when we consider, or if you take the paper, a simple example I will tell you. If you take the paper and if we catch the paper by one corner, okay. Now when we catch the paper by one corner, it will bend. It will bend and it will not, or that paper will not be horizontal. Okay, that will be bend and that will be, try to become vertical. Try to become vertical. Okay, why? Because of the bending. That means it is not going to support the bending. Okay, under the self weight, it is going to deflect and try to become a vertical. That means here uh, we have fixed the one corner of the paper in our hand, and when we try to keep that horizontal, then it will not be horizontal. Okay, it will deflect in vertical position because of its self weight. Okay, now same paper, when we fold and open, when we fold in different forms, like what we can say, like this shape or like any other shape, fold and open, that means there are some uh, folds on your paper, and when we try to uh, fix, or when we try to catch that paper in hand by one corner, that may be horizontal. Okay, that may be horizontal. Why? Because from the same paper we have uh, made it sustainable for bending load. Okay, that means we have improved the strength of that paper. Okay, same thing. See here, this is one plate. This is one plate. Now when we apply the load at any corner, it will deflect. It is a very small plate of very small thickness. When we apply the load on this plate, it will deflect. Now when I remove this, or I have taken same plate, and when I use this type of uneven portions, then what will happen? It will not deform, or deformation will be less as compared to this one. Okay, that means in this way we can improve the strength of that plate. Okay, now conversion of this shape from original flat shape to the this shape, it is a topography optimization. That means with the topography we can or we try to achieve the good shape whose strength will be very high. Okay, now how we can do this, that I will show by experiment, and I will show you here. This is not manufacturable. We can produce the manufacturable shape also. Okay, how we can do this, I will show you. Now what is the experiment here? Here topography optimization. Now these are the objectives and learning outcomes. Now you have this problem. You have this problem. Now this three nodes, these three nodes, that is this node, and this node. These three nodes are fixed. These three nodes are fixed, and load is applied at this location. Load is applied at this location. Now its thickness is very small. Okay, or and when we apply the load on this plate uh, at this location, it will deform. It will deform. Okay. Now same plate, same plate. I am going to fold it. That means fold means actually it is not fold. I am going to create the beads on this plate. Beads on this plate. Okay. Do you agree with this? And when we create the beads on this plate, then beads means what? Beads means I will show you. Beads means here I will show you. These are the beads. You can see here these beads. Okay. Are you getting this? These are the beads. This is also bead. This is downward direction. This is upward direction. These are known as beads. These beads I am going to create, and when we create this type of beads, its strength will be increased. How the beads are created? How that beads are making manufacturable, and how we can improve the strength by creating the beads. Okay, now I will show you. in Hypermesh. Now for that purpose, I will uh, open the model. Okay, I will open the model. Whether I have started the recording. Just a minute, I will check whether I have started the recording. Yes, I have started. Now I will open the model. Open model. I have given the name to this file as a torsion plate. Why it is torsion plate? You see this. This is constrained in XYZ direction. This is constrained in XYZ direction. It is constrained in Z direction, and load is applied at this location. So it is going to twist like this. Okay, it is going to twist like this. Do you agree with this? Now, as it is twisting about this line, I have given the name to this component as a twisting plate. Okay, now or torsion plate. Now this is a component. It is design component. Now everything is defined here, and everything for static analysis is defined here. Okay. Now you see this. These are the load collectors. One is constraint. Here these are the constraints. Here this corner is fixed in XYZ directions. Translation of this corner in XYZ direction is fixed. Next, here this corner is fixed in Z direction. That means displacement in Z direction is restricted for this corner. Okay. Now this force of 100 Newton is applied at this location. Okay. Now load step is also defined. You can see here load step. Now you see this material. Now if we select the material, here you can see this one. It's a modulus of plate is 2 into 10 raised to 5, 2 into 10 raised to 5, and Poisson's ratio is 0.3. Poisson's ratio is 0.3. Next, these are the materials. Now properties. I will check the properties because we need the thickness of the plate. Okay, for giving the required entities. Okay. Now I will go to the properties. Here I will click on update, select design, select here 2D card image and P shell material is steel. Click on update. Sorry, click on update edit. I have to select the properties. Select 2D P shell steel. Click on update edit. Now you see here thickness is 1 millimeter. Thickness is 1 millimeter. As thickness is 1 millimeter, it will deflect uh, at very small load also. Okay, because if we consider these dimensions are bigger, so it will deflect at very low load. Okay. Now you check the load step. Load step is also defined. It is torsion. Load step is static load step, I think. I will check here. Generic type. Okay, we will check it. Now I will check the results here, and then I will go for the optimization. Everything for analysis is defined. I will just solve it. Now I will make it all this as a analysis and click on OptiStruct. Analysis is completed. You go to the results. Now I will make this in contour. Okay, now it is not new for you. Displacement, you see here, it's a displacement is 39 millimeter. You can see this displacement is 39 millimeter, means very high displacement is there. You can see the deform, apply. Okay, we will see the deform plus undeform. Okay, now I will click on this. Okay, I will see the animation. You can see here this animation, this one. Now I will stop this. You see this deformation. I will make it in wireframe mode. You can see here this much deformation you will get here. This wireframe is your original plate, and it is going to deform from here to here. Okay, this is the deformation. Okay, now now I want to make it optimized to reduce the deformation. Okay, that means I'm going to optimize the topography of this plate. Okay, now I will return from here. Now this is your hypermesh model or hyperverse model. Okay, I have opened this one. Now I will go to the topography optimization. Same thing here, DRDO you have to remember. First you have to define the design variable. Okay, now here click on analysis page, optimization, topography. Now I will give the name as the design variable topo. Okay, as per our what we can say type of optimization. Okay, now I will go to the properties. So here in topography you have to select the properties. That means what, for which elements or for which properties you are going to apply the topography, that you have to select. Click on properties, select the design, select. Okay, and click on create. Okay, now when we click on create, you will get here where it is design variable is created of toponym. Okay, we have created design variable of toponym. Okay, after doing this, what you have to do, you go to the bid parameters. Why we have to go for bid parameters? You have to apply the some limits on the bids, Okay, go to bid parameters, and what are the limits here? Here you would select the design variable as a topo, which we have created. Now minimum width means I will show here. Here width means distance from this to this one, okay, or this to this one. Width is this distance. Okay, now that minimum width you have to define. What I will do, I will define minimum width as a 5. Draw angle. Draw angle means at what inclination your bead should be there. At what inclination your bead should be there. You see here this angle, and that angle. It is, see here, it has limits. What are the limits? It should be from 60 to 75. Okay, and minimum width is also from 4 to 7. Okay, here I will give 60-degree angle. And draw height, here this draw height also some limits. Okay, it is 4 to 7. Okay, I will give here 4. Okay, now see here that draw direction, you have to keep that draw direction always perpendicular to the elements. Okay, next you select the buffer zone. Okay, next skip the boundaries. Skip the boundary means what? Here when software going to start the bids, beads, this boundary nodes may come in the beads. Are you getting this? Okay. So here, therefore, you will get the change in the position of these boundary nodes. Change in the position of these boundary nodes. But we don't want to change the position of these boundary nodes. We want to keep the original position of the boundary nodes or boundary conditions as it is. So you have to select here, skip the boundary load and SPC. Okay. Now click on update. Click on update. Okay. After doing this, now select the bonds. Okay. Select the bonds. Okay. Now after selecting the bonds, uh, here what is the bond? I will show you. Yeah, design variable you have to select topo. Then here select this topo. Upper bond is 1 millimeter and lower bond is 0. That means that upper bond on the, it is your default value. It will control the grid movement. It will control the grid movement. That means grid movement, that is upper bond into height. Upper bond into height. Okay. And that much movement you will get for the beads. Okay. And lower bond we will keep it as a 0. Okay. Now I will click on update. Next I will click on return. Okay. Now after that I will go to the uh, first your design variable is over. Next go to the responses. Okay. Click on response. Now what we are going to do here? We are going to optimize the displacement. That means we are going to reduce the displacement. Okay. So you have to give the name as a static displacement. Okay. Or displacement. Okay. Displacement. Now its a type is static displacement. Okay. Now by using which node you are going to apply the response. Here if we observe the model, you will get the maximum displacement of this node. This node is fixed, this node is fixed, this node is also fixed. That means there is a constraint on these nodes. Okay. Now you are going to apply the response on this node. Why? Because when we observe this model, you will get the maximum displacement for this node. Okay. And this displacement we are going to minimize. Okay. Now for that purpose, you select this node. I will select this node at which load is applied, this one. Okay. After that, which direction? You see here, which direction you will get the maximum displacement? You will get the displacement in Z direction. Displacement in Z direction. So you apply the degree of freedom 3. Okay. And after that, you click on create button. Click on create button. Okay. We have created the responses. Okay. Here we don't want the constraints. Okay. You or in case of topography optimization, constraints are not required. Now here we have created design variable. We have created where it is responses. I think response is not created. Okay, created. Optimization response, it is created. Now you go to the objective. What is your objective? Now go to the objective. Now select the response. Now it is also minimization of the displacement. Select the response and displacement. Okay. Now select the load step, that is torsion, and say create. Now we have created the objective. Now it is here, this solution is baseline solution. Now here this is after optimization, and if you have problem in after optimization, then you have to go for again changing some parameters. That means we should make it manufacturable. Okay, now I will return from here, okay. Now I will save it, save as model. I will save as torsion plate. Okay, next you solve it, click on OptiStruct. Now here we are going to do the optimization, so you keep export option all and run option as optimization, and click on OptiStruct. Now this solution is in progress. Now it is over. Now it is also iterative. Now this is open. Now you can see here, if I click on this one, now shape change it, here you will get the shape change, and in topology you have element density, here you will get the shape change. Okay, now in iteration 0 you will not get anything. You can see here 0 0, there is no shape change. Now you go to the next iteration. If I change this one, you see here you will get this type of change in shape, this type of change. Now again, if I go to the next one, last 20th iteration, here shape is changed. Okay, you can see here, this is the change in shape. Okay, now that means here you can see here, this is known as a bead. This is bead. Now bead width, minimum width, here it is, and height and draw angle. Okay, these parameters you will get in this case. Now what I will do, I will check the displacement for this. For checking the displacement, I will split this window into two parts. Now I will select this window. Again I will go to the file, load results. Now I will same thing which we have done in last session. That is, you have to open the s1.3d file, s1.h3d file. Okay, click on this. Now here, this one, and say apply. Now you can see here, this file has opened. Now I will go to the, you see here, first iteration. If I take first iteration, if I go to this displacement, and if I apply, again you will get the same displacement to that of the initially solved problem, this one. Here also 3.93. Okay, and in this window also there is a 3.93. Again I will show you this wireframe. You can see here, same displacement you got here, 3.935. okay, into 10 raised to 1. Or now, but if we go to the last iteration, and if I click on apply, okay, if I click on apply, you can see here it is 4.47. How much displacement we have reduced? I will show you. You see this one, this is one, and this is other. It is 3.9. That means here you will get 39 millimeter without optimization. Without optimization, we have 39 millimeter deformation, and with optimization with this, we have 4.47 only. That means up to 5 millimeter. That much displacement we have reduced. Okay, you can see here. You can observe this one. You see, you can observe this one. Okay, you agree with this? Now, any doubt here? Have you got it? Have you got it? Here I have to take the feedback from you. Gaurav Gowde. If you have doubt, you can ask me. Patel. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you got this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Next. Bhoskar, Shivam Bhoskar. You can see this one.
Yes, sir.
You can see this image here and this image. This is your without optimization. We have got 39 millimeter deformation. 3.9 into 10 raised to 1 means it is 39 millimeter. And here, if you observe this deformation, this one, this is 4.47 millimeter. That means by generating this shape from your flat plate, that means flat plate is converted to this one, and by converting that flat plate to uh, uh, this optimization, we got reduction in the displacement. That is a big reduction in the displacement. Okay. Now now if we observe this shape is not good for manufacturing. Why? Because we cannot produce the, or we cannot uh, create the punch and die like this. That means how we can bend the plate like this. As here, raw material for production of this type of components is a plate. Okay. Plates having 1 millimeter thickness. How we can manufacture this type of shapes? These are the irregular shapes, and every time we have to develop or design a uh, punch for this type of bending. Okay, and this is not feasible thing. So there should be uniformity in your component. How we can get the uniformity in the component? That I will show you. Okay, now you see here, for getting the uniformity or for making the manufacturable component, you have to generate the, or you have to control some parameters. What are that parameters? I will show you. Okay, before going to that parameters, you can check the stresses also. Okay, here you can check the stresses, elemental stresses. I will make it averaging simple. Now these are the stresses you can see here. Here maximum stress is 4.15, and in first case without optimization, your stress is elemental stress is here, it is a 548. 548. Okay, this stress. So I agree with this. Now here it is 415. Okay, stress is also going to reduce, and that stress is distributed. So here optimization means what? We are going to distribute the stress over all areas. Here, if you observe the first case, here stress is maximum at the corners and middle portion is at constant stress. Okay, so here in design you have to remember how we are going to modify the design. Modification in the design means you have to distribute the stress over whole domain or over the whole area of the problem. Okay, whole geometry of the problem. Okay, that is one important thing you have to remember while designing any component. That's why, see here, there should be uniformity in the stress. At one location there is a very high stress, and at some location there is a very less stress. That type of design is not acceptable design. Okay, you should distribute the stress over the geometry. Okay, now next one, I will go to the making geometry manufacturable, or I will optimize the component which will be good for manufacturing, or which can be manufactured with less efforts. Okay, with less efforts. Now for that purpose, you have to set some parameters. What you have to set? Go to optimization. There is only one step. Go to optimization, select the topography, select the topography. Here we have created, we have selected bid parameters. Bonds we have given. Now go to the pattern grouping. Pattern grouping. Now, if we see this screen, then pattern type is none. Pattern type is none. You can define the pattern type. Because of we have not selected any pattern type, we got the irregular pattern type. Okay, that means here if we open the output window, you see here these patterns. These patterns are irregular. Why? Because we have not defined any pattern group. We have not defined any pattern group. Now what I will do, I will define the pattern group as a linear. You can see here there are different types of pattern groups. Okay, now for this suitable pattern group is linear. Okay, you can try with other also. Now when we define the linear pattern group, we have to define the anchor node and first node. Anchor node and first node. Now what is anchor node and first node? I will show you. See here if I select this corner and this corner, these two corners, then the pattern of the bits developed is parallel to this line joining the anchor node and first node. Okay, line joining the anchor node and first node. If I select this node and this node, then it will be parallel to this line. Okay, now what I will do, I will select this node as anchor node. Okay, and this node as first node. Okay, I have selected these two nodes as anchor node and first node. Now when we select the anchor node and first node, then your what we can say, pattern is parallel to the line joining to this nodes. Okay, now what you have to do, you select the subtype as a basic. Okay, now I will set update. Okay, now this design variable is updated, written from here. Now I will save it in other folder, save as model. I will create one more folder. Okay, new folder 2 I will say. Again its name is, okay, torsion plate. Okay, I will write only plate. Okay, and say save. Now we have decided the pattern grouping. Okay, now you check whether this pattern grouping is working or not. Now I will go to the optimization, sorry, OptiStruct. Here you keep export option all, run option optimization. I will click on OptiStruct. Click on results. Results. Now here also you can see here this is iteration number 0 and this is converged in iteration number 7. Okay, now I will go to this next one. Now you see the shape change. For iteration 0 there is no change in the shape. Now when I go to the last iteration 7, you see here it is a good looking shape. Okay, you see this, observe this type of shape you will get. Okay, this one. Now I will check the stresses and strains on this. Now I will go to the new window. Now in this window, what I will do, you see this shape. See here, if I go to this one, it is good for manufacturing. You can see here, this one, it is manufacturable. If you compare this shape and this shape, here it is very good for manufacturing, and we can develop the die punch, or we can use bending machines for developing this type of shape. But we cannot, we can do, but it is not simple thing, it is a complicated thing. Every time we have to modify the punching tool. Okay, and this, for this, in single stroke we can manufacture it, so it is a manufacturable. Okay, now we will check the what are the stresses in this. Now for that, I will click on this blank window. I will go to the file, load results. Now I will open the S1H3D file, click on this. Now it is in new folder 2, and see here this is a plate S1H3D. Click on open and say apply. Now here it is opened. Okay, now I will go to the this displacement and apply. Now you can see here it is 16 millimeter displacement. It is more as compared to this shape. Here it is 4, what we can, it is a stress. I will make it all displacement, apply. It is a 4 point something. In first case, if I select displacement, apply, it is 39 millimeter. 39 millimeter in first case. In second case, it is 4 millimeter only, and in third case it is a 16 millimeter. But what we are going to do, see here, if we this is giving very small displacement as compared to other two components. But this type of shapes we cannot manufacture. Okay, or there is a problem in manufacturing, so we are going to prefer last one, this one. Okay, that means it is suitable for manufacturing. Again we are going to try for other parameters. I will show you. Now if I go back to the optimization, topography, here I have selected anchor node from the corner. If I select anchor node like this, what will happen, I will show you. Whether it is working or no, you will check it, and then we will go for the next types also. If I select this as a sorry, this as a first anchor node, then on same line here, this line, okay, is it selected? You check it. Okay, I will make it in wireframe mode. Here, this node, no, not this node. Okay, and I will update it. Now I will return from here. I will make it in solid mode. Now again I will go to the save file, save as model. Now I will make next folder. Okay, save. I will go to the OptiStruct. Just I have changed anchor nodes. Okay, now we will see what will be the effect of that on trace. Okay, and displacement. Now I will go to the results. Now you see the element shape first. It is in 9th iteration. You see this one. Okay, it is parallel to the anchor node. Are you getting this? Parallel to the anchor node, but there may be big change as compared to this one. Okay, we will see the traces. Now I will select this one. I will go to the file, load results, apply. Sorry, I have to replace it. I will click on this one, new folder 3. It is S1H3, open and apply. Discard the model. Okay, it has discarded. Okay, now this one. Now I will go to the contour. It has iterations 11 iteration. And if I go to the displacement, it is again 33 millimeter. Okay, means this shape is not suitable. The shape which we have created is suitable. Okay, in this way we can do the topography optimization. Okay, now you do the first two cases only, this one and this one. You take this one. Okay, this one, or remaining part not necessary to do. Okay, any doubt here? If you have doubt, you can ask me. Pratik Honmane, if you have doubt, you can ask me. You have started asking the doubt before start of the lecture. Yes, now you start here. प्रतीक काय डाऊट आहे का?
नो सर.
कोणाला डाऊट आहे का? काय म्हणजे काय प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर सांगा. मी परत एकदा सॉल्व्ह करून देतो.